What's up everyone, SuperaTom here, and today we have a video specifically on Ningguang's top teams. As usual, you know the drills. The video focuses on recommending some of the top team build option and team rotation that are a bit ready for these characters. And today it's going to be on Ningguang in her lovely outfit. Now before we hop in, it's the start of February, which means that it's GA giveaway times again. As usual, I hold monthly walk-ins giveaway on our Discord server, so if you want to have a chance to win some of the walk-ins to save up for the upcoming characters, like at this point in time Yai Miko, then be sure to join my Discord server to enter. There will be a link down in the description. Now with that, let's just hop into the video. First off, if you're new to Ningguang and is wondering how to build her, then I've got an in-depth guide going through everything on Ningguang in this video right here. In short, Ningguang is a surprisingly very good DPS, and in certain situations, she can be even on par with some of the other 5-star DPSs. On top of that, she's also a very fun to play character, and her skills are very interesting to watch, especially her burst that feels like firework popping off in the sky. There's not too much note to remember before you use Ningguang apart from working on Ningguang's combo and animation console for best DPS output, as well as always remember to cross her Jade screen to gain the 15% geo damage bonus from her passive talent 2, even more so before using her burst. And speaking of her burst, you will have to make sure that her Jade screen is still available on field before casting, because otherwise you will be losing out on half of her burst damage. Now all of this have already been covered very in-depth in my Ningguang's build video, so again, if you haven't already, be sure to check the video out. So those are some of the notes to keep in mind. Now let's jump into some of Ningguang's best teams. First teams, we have one of Ningguang's most common team till date, which is Ningguang, Zhongli, Bennett, and Xiangling. First of all, the reason why this team is so good is because it already includes double Geo and Pyro Resonance, which in total increases your attack by a whopping 40% when under a shield, which is where Zhongli comes in. And with Geo Resonance, you also decreases 20% of Geo resistance onto your opponent. Apart from shields, Zhongli is also here for resistant shredding support as well as a bit of burst damage for your team. Now we already know how good Zhongli of a support is, and even more so toward Ningguang individually. Bennett is the team healer as well as boosting Ningguang's damage even further, and Xiangling is here for double Pyro Resonance as well as off-field damage support from her elemental burst, because it deals an insane amount of damage. This is a very solid team all around and will get you through basically most of this situation in the Spiral Abyss. Now as far as the rotation goes, the only thing you need to keep in mind mostly is to have Bennett's burst always available when you're casting elemental burst of all of your characters for maximum damage output, especially Ningguang, because a lot of her damage output comes from her burst. Though casting her Q while Bennett's Q is still available is one of the most important things that you will have to remember. Moving on to our second team, we have Ningguang, the main traveler, Bennett, and Xingqiu, or Xiangling if you want, in Xingqiu's place. But we're just mixing things up here for a different situation as well. And also, this is a very free-to-play friendly team, which is one of the good things about Ningguang is that most of the time she works absolutely fine with 4-star support, especially Geo MC. Now you'll be having a C6 MC for sure, and running her in a team will grant you 10% crit rate while in the activation of her burst, as well as particle regen during that time, which is a bonus for Ningguang for higher burst uptime. Bennett is in with the same reason as always for healing and attack buff, while Xingqiu, as most of us know, is an amazing support that provides a lot of off-field damage from his burst, helping with crystallization for Ningguang, or a bit of shield to activate the Geo Resonance bonus. Now for rotation wise, again, not much to take into considerations, as you just need to make sure that Bennett's burst is always on field and you are good to go. Third team, we have an interesting combination of Ningguang, Albedo, Fischl, and Raiden Shogun. Now this team fully focus on providing Ningguang off-field damage supports, and because all Albedo, Fischl, and Raiden Shogun are some of the top characters in the game till now that gives you off-field damage. It is a very fun team to play, and your Ningguang will see a lot of damage pops up on screen from these 3 supports. Occasionally, Raiden is also there to provide you a large number of damage dealt from her burst, and also the burst damage boost from Raiden's skill will help Ningguang to deal more burst damage as well. The only thing about this team is that it will be a bit tough to sustain if you're not able to iframe or be good at dodging, as there is no healer. However, due to the constant electro and geo application of this team, you will have a lot of crystallized reaction, leaving you with a lot of shielding opportunity, so if you play well, you'll be sustaining your character for quite some time. Rotation wise, this team feels like it switch teams at times, so there's absolutely no rotation that you need to consider in a specific order. You're just going to be setting up your 3 supports E skills, and your Ningguang will annihilate everything in her path. Fourth team, we have Ningguang, Kokomi, Albedo, and Venti. This is more of a crowd control team, and you can actually switch Kokomi with Barbara, Albedo with the main Geo MC, and Venti with Sucrose if you're fully free to play, since these characters fulfills very similar roles. However, we have Venti here for crowd control situation because Ningguang being best as a single targeted damage dealer, if we have more enemies gathered in one place, she will be able to utilize a bit of her AoE from a charge attack to deal a lot of damage. Albedo is here again for Geo Resonance as well as off-field damage support, while Kokomi also helps with off-field damage and healing, but furthermore she can also run Thrilling Tales, providing a lot more damage output for Ningguang. A pretty solid team to run when dealing with a group of enemies. And on our 5th team, we have a Mono Geo team option featuring Ningguang, Zhongli, Goro, and Yunjin. Even though there's no healer, if your Goro is not at C4, with Zhongli's shield you will almost never lose HP already, unless you're up against some opponent that ignore shields like those wolves. But other than that, a very viable team that you can run. Goro, even though only boosts defense stats, which doesn't work on Ningguang directly, he will boost Yunjin's defense, who gives your party member an increase in normal attack stats based off of her defense. So there's still benefit on Goro being here because of Yunjin. Not only that, with 3 Geo member or more, Goro gives you a 15% Geo damage bonus as well, so that's a pretty decent boost for the team considering it's a Mono Geo team, so everyone gets the boost. That being said, if you've got high constellation of Goro and Yunjin, they will also benefit Mono Geo team by a lot, so we're only considering these characters at C0 at this point, but you will be seeing a huge performance increase when running high constellation on these characters, and since they are 4-star character, you'll be getting more of their cons sooner or later, which is a good thing. So those are some of my Ningguang's top option till this point in time. Now let me know down in the comment section which team you will be going with or how you will build your own team. If you found the video helpful guys, I've got a series of other team building for other characters as well, so do check them out as I'm sure you will find them interesting. Now if you're new to the channel guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more of my Supera guides, tips and tricks and builds. And with that, I wish you a super day and I will see you on the next video.